All right, hello, welcome back to our training on the Odoo ERP specifically. So now let's look at some one or two other things we can do with our software. So let's come back to accounts. I want to show you how to set up your loans. So if you have loans, okay, so you come here, you come to your loans, okay. All right, so loans, okay. So under loans, you click on new, okay. All right. So it's going to ask you what's the name of the loan. So let's say we took a 1 year bank overdraft, okay. So no, let's say 6 months. So just say 6 months Zenith OD. That's the name of the loan, Zenith overdraft, okay. Overdraft OD, okay, sorry, overdraft, okay. Amount box, let's say we took 12 million, okay. All right. Then interest this time around, they are going to put the value. So if it's 10%, 5%, whatever the bank has, you do the interest, you multiply it. So let's assume it's 10% interest. That means we are paying 1.2. 10% of this will be 1,200,000. Okay. All right, that's great. Then outstanding balance is this. Then loan date. Which date did we take the loan? So let's say we took the loan today. Then it's going to ask you duration. This time around is a month. Okay. So let's say we have what? We have 6 months. Okay. We have 6 months. That's the duration of the loan, 6 months. Okay. Then it's going to ask us. So then we now come to this place where we call loan settings. We do some things and then we finish up. Then it's going to ask us long-term accounts. Now, you know that loans, normally your loan should be classified as either your what? Your current liability and non-current liability, depending on the tenure of the loan. So of course, you know that loans between a year to 12 would be what the ones that people years to 12 would be current liabilities, and the one that are a year and more will be what your non-current what liability. So this time around, because it's a 6 month bank loan, we just pick a short-term what account, okay? So and that will be a current liability. So we have to create another account because we don't have it. So let's call it bank OD, bank OD, bank overdraft. Okay, so it's asking us which type of account is it. So of course it's a current liability. Okay, so we'll pick current liability. Tax is no, then is active. Then description, we can put Zenith Bank 6 months OD. Okay, overdraft. Okay, then let's click on save. All right, great. So this is the account. Then of course we have to have an expense account where it is going to. Do you understand? The interest is going to. So we create an account, interest on what? Interest on bank OD. Okay, or finance cost, but let's call it interest on bank overdraft. Okay, all right. So just like for that, so expense is an expense account. So we pick expenses. Let's call it other expense account. Okay, then is active account description. Then let's just save. Okay, great. Then journal is going to be under. It's not a cash journal. It's under miscellaneous what? Miscellaneous operations. That means journal that is not cash or bank related. Okay, so what we're going to do is now let's now compute before we confirm and see how it's going to calculate our amortization table. So see amortization table here, loan amount is this. So you have to change some things here. You can see that the loan term here is saying 1 year, so you have to adjust something. So interest rate we said is 10%, so we adjust this to 10%. So this loan term is what? Is 0.5 years or 6 months. Okay. Okay. This is not changeable. This would be is in years. It's not allowing us to change it. What do I do? I'm coming. I guess that's the setup. You can't do anything less than a year. Okay. What do I do? Okay, so let's assume there is a 1 year bank code. Let's change the terms to 1 year bank code. We'll go and change it there. Okay. So start day is May 30. The payment we pay it at the end of the month. So if we do that, come and see. So it has computed it for us for up to a year. So the principal is this, interest is this. This is the first month. So then by next month we start paying. So we pay this principal. Okay. This is the interest, this is the payment, this is the balance that will be left. Okay, so you can see how it's appraised. So this is like an amortization table. So every month is going to be doing the entries by its what? By itself. That's the whole essence of what? Automating it. Okay, so I won't do that. I just want us to learn how to do that. So you can go back and change this to maybe 1 year, 2 year. I'm not sure it allows anything less than 6 months. So because you can see that this is automatically put in here and it's not giving us the room to adjust. Okay, so let's start. All right, great. Okay, so all right, so that's how to work with your what? Work with your loans on what? On your Odoo ERP. All right, thank you.